Hey everybody, Kamango Becky K, and you are watching Pink Diaries.
Hey guys, it's King Yaya. I got a call to be on Pink Diaries to discuss topical issues that are affecting young women. So I'm really excited. I don't really know what the topic is.
Well, I hope it's got to do with things that affect us as women, you know, men, money, social media, dressing, which is a big part of, you know, who we are as women. We love to look good and we love posting about it.
Thank you.
Welcome to Pink Diaries, ladies.
Thank you.
Cheers. Welcome.
Cheers, guys. Welcome. I'm gonna take this glass home.
I know.
It's needed.
Sonia, is this your first time on TV?
It is. Baby steps, guys.
Were you nervous before you came?
No, and I think it's just because I know you. I wasn't nervous at all. And Miss Biggie. So
Yeah.
I can't be that bad.
And now you know Samantha.
Now I know the lovely sound.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Not even from social media.
I know her.
Yeah, from social media, yeah, but never like face to
Never
face.
like face to
wait,
face. Yeah.
Why did you say you know her from social media? Of course. Why the of course?
A lot of her friends are my friends, but we've never met.
Okay.
Oh.
I think a lot of, not friends, but a lot of people you socialize with, maybe not your friends, but a lot of them who know you, I also know them.
Okay.
So there are a lot of mutual friends there.
There's no other reason. I'm just asking.
She's digging.
No, I'm just asking. Actually, speaking about social media, look at the smile. Why I was asking that is obviously a lot of people know you from social media.
A lot of people do.
They know the good side. They know the bad side and stuff like that. But what does that do for Sonia? Like balancing, obviously when people say bad things, it's, you know, you're human and you feel some kind of way about it, and also the good things. How do you take in all of that? I don't want to mention the specifics, but how
even
do you...
if you do, I mean, for me, it's nothing I shy away from.
Yeah. She's owning
Funny
her
enough, like before I got married to Wicknell, I wasn't on social media. Like I just actually wasn't that person who was really about social media. Then I got onto social media because I was like, what is all this stuff, you know? And then I realized there was a lot of like negative things being thrown my way. Obviously I had all those traumas with, you know, my in-laws. And then I said to myself, but I also need to have a positive narrative, because I was like, where else will people get to know me from if it's just their narrative? Right. So people might know me from marital issues, but I had issues like even before I got married. I had issues before the issues. I had issues before the issues, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I use social media as a positive tool to be like, at least I can push out my narratives, at least I can push my business, at least people can decide when they want to decide, is she really this terrible person, or is she actually maybe just a mom of two who cooks in her house? It's
I
really up
love
to
your
you.
food. I've never really tasted, but it looks.
I've tasted it.
No, you have
She
tasted
is
it. You have
point.
tasted it.
Oh yes.
You have.
Yes.
We had her
And then
wings.
I keep telling
And then the
myself,
cupcakes.
I want that tiramisu. That one. And I always forget, but
Yes.
So
Yes.
I know her because of her.
And that's a positive. At least
that's
you
a
got.
positive.
At least you got. You know, there's so many people that are affected by social media, and it breaks them. Like I've seen people go through depression and all of that. But also I'd be like, why are you looking at that stuff? Like why go through the comments? You know someone's gonna say something nasty. Why are you going through the comments?
No, but you have to, because in your mind you actually don't know where it's gonna go and what's really being said. So I would always say, just be tough about it. So when people talk about me, I'm very much listening and watching.
Are you expecting it? Like, I know
I never
the
know when I'm
comments
gonna
are going to be
on
funny.
social media. I mean, that can come anytime.
Yeah.
But I try listen to it. I mean, for me, I'm really strong in who I am, and I'm a very positive person. So I mean, you could be saying a lot of things about me. If I know they're not to be true, I'm okay with that. And I'm also okay with you saying other things that aren't true. I mean, the people who rock with me, rock with me.
I know.
Really
I think for me, like Miss
how I
Vicky,
feel.
like directing this to you, we've known each other for a while, for a long time.
Yeah.
And just how you started doing the social media thing as well. You started really pushing and you're always there marketing yourself. And for me, I've always shied from it because of, I'm not as strong character as much as maybe you guys are. How do you handle that as well? Like, you're always there, you're always posting,
I have to.
you know, that's, just, you know how to do it. How then do you handle that?
I've actually got a
negative
follow-up question
feedback?
for this Becky.
Guys, like, slow down.
No, answer this one first.
Okay, so when I got into media, this was like in 2016, after hosting Miss Tourism. I always talk about this story because that was like the doorway for me.
Okay.
I get onto radio, I'm working at ZFM, and then I'm seeing all these people. I remember I would meet Samantha before she had like an ongoing show. Okay, actually she was doing it simultaneously. She would like at reception, and then on Sundays she's hosting the gospel show.
Okay.
I would sit with her at reception and just hear this woman talk, and I'd be like, wow, I'm going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm going to be. What?
One day. I remember one conversation we had, and she studied what I wanted to do, or what I felt like I needed to do to put my stamp in the media industry. She's like, no, I did mass communication, and she became this the girl who studied mass communication. I want to do that, right? So fast forward, getting into the media industry, I was once upon a time driven by numbers. I would cry tears. I almost bought followers.
Oh no.
I promise you, I almost bought followers because I wanted the growth so bad. And I'm like, "Take my followers."
Yeah.
And then I spoke to a few people and they were like, "No, boo boo. Just be yourself, post who you are, be authentic.
Exactly.
If you're gonna boost a post, make sure it's like a really good post. And you don't do it all the time." So I started doing that, and I found my niche, and so far so good. I'm not complaining. Like I don't stress, I don't worry about the numbers. All I'm now concerned about is what is the narrative that I'm pushing out. The same thing that she said, that she wanted people to know who she was and not from someone else's point of view. So that's what I push. What you see on social media, that's me. I don't post what I don't have. I'm posting exactly what is
Who you are.
exactly what is going on.
So let me ask you, judging from social media, I think I've met you once or twice before, but judging from social media, you are a very grounded person but being in the industry, you know, male-dominated industry but you're such a powerful woman. And you still do the show you do on Sunday mornings. That's who you are.
That's me.
I've been wanting to ask this question for
that's
so long.
who
That
she
is who you are.
That's
That
me.
is exactly who
I can do any show, right? Don't jump some speaker, and the mono jump up shikira to become nice.
And by the time what you remember that day?
Yes.
And little kids was like, Miss Beth! It's a lot of money, so.
Yes, Mangoma. I always do the things. But when it comes to who is Becky, Sunday show. That show
That
right
is
there.
you.
That is me.
Okay, sounds right.
Yes, no, that's
right.
me.
Okay.
But when work needs to be done, work needs to be done.
Yeah.
So I always say I'm not a media personality who is a Christian. I am a Christian in the media industry.
That's powerful. That's powerful. And then staying true to who you are. Like,
that's hard
exactly.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Ooh, guys.
Especially in the industry.
For me, that's why I
in
just
the industry. Because the
shy
industry
away
will
from
try you
social
as well.
No,
Yeah.
the industry
Will
will
try
try
you.
you. You will get some trifling people.
Definitely.
You will
So
get
pressure me to do what though?
to just be out of the box.
Okay.
You know,
Do something out of
do something a little crazy. Go Sonia on them.
They can only be one baby mama with the drama, guys.
You know, so social media will give you that. Because you know what? There's personal things that happen, and I really want to share it with you guys. And what I'm going to do to them, I'm going to show them. But then I'm like, okay, hold up. After you do that, then what?
Exactly.
Yes, you get the clout, you get the followers, and then what?
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah, so I'm like, And then my husband is also like a saving grace. He will like restrain me and be like, get off social media. Zima.
Actually, with all of you, you're all, okay, I'm excluding myself obviously, but you're all like in the media industry, right? And your husband, no, I'm not asking.
She's like, I'm the one asking, girl.
And your husband's aunt. Like, your husband's not. Your husband's not.
Okay, he's
No,
not
he
in
is.
the
No, he
industry
is.
for-
No, not
a
like.
fixture.
He's on social media, but
He's on social, but like
Yeah.
not like
No,
not
like
like
that,
you,
yeah.
babes. Like not like he doesn't like
He doesn't post content. No.
Exactly. He's not a content creator.
Vanessa is posting it. Yes, and then he's got the content right.
And you as well, especially like when you got married, you're able to put like your wedding out, then your love situation. You're able to show people, but at some point you cut it.
Yes, of course. No, I will.
Like you gave people
yes.
just enough, and
just
then
enough, and then the rest. Please allow me to enjoy my marriage.
Yeah.
Allow me to. There was a time when I didn't post. I would post him every Monday, Man Crush Monday. Then I think there was a series of months where I wasn't posting him. People had the nerve to come into my DM to ask, "That's my Garamban," and I'm like, "Wow, are you waiting to hear that? Is that what you're waiting for?" So at times I will post him just for just, and he also he doesn't like. Social media. I could go live and then he's in the room. With a camera on him, he'll be laughing and cracking. The moment the camera is on his face,
straight
it's like,
face. Yeah.
oh, serious. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's my restraint.
Okay.
He's my saving grace when it comes to social media because at times I really want to be wild into. There was a photo shoot I did and it was showing a lot of legs.
You got a lot
Did you-
of legs, girl.
Did you post?
No.
Don't
Wait,
that's hard.
why?
So
Was it
we
that
actually-
the pictures were racy? Was it that?
No. Like he was like, that's my stuff.
Oh, got you.
Like,
Oh, that's
so I actually what I did was I did a shoot and then it was a video of all the outfits that I wore. So it was like a collage. Like a reel. And the very first image was, ankle boots, stockings, and then a little blazer dress.
Nice.
I was looking hot,
Yeah.
right? And I felt like, right, what can do?
Yeah.
Because that's social media,
Exactly.
right? You're
Yeah.
feeding into that monster. And I'm like, what can do? And then the caption was somebody's it thing or something like that, like, or his, but it had to do with him. So I thought if I caption it with him in it, he'll allow me to be like, yes, baby,
sanitized.
you
Yeah,
tell
do it.
this.
Tell them that
Yes,
you're mine.
Tell them that you're mine. Guys, I was at a function. The poster and it. Then I went and I did my cocktail and everything. Did you Buddha? The missed phone calls.
Oh my
so I'm
gosh.
like calling him back. I'm like, what's up? What happened, Transi? These are posting you. And I'm like, hold up. When you married me, then he's like, ooh, do not misa. Yo, I will stop this in its tracks.
Yeah.
So I had to now be like, whoa, Becky,
What's
you
actually
are,
more important?
you are a wife.
Yeah, you
So-
need to know when.
Yes, so I took the post down. And then they had to re-edit it and they just showed like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Or
I know, right?
2 seconds of something. It's good. You know what, screenshots, yes, but
Just joking.
it wasn't long enough for people to...
To then, okay.
To
It
then-
hadn't been up that
It hadn't been
long
up
in-
that long, right? But I know there's a few people who had already seen it and reposted, but no one is going around chaga my page.
Exactly.
Post here,
Yeah.
Yes,
Besides, they're
right?
not really expecting crazy stuff
From
your
me,
page anyway.
exactly. Yeah. So there's times when I go crazy like that. I want to show, like, I got the body. I want to show it. And then at the same time, I'm a married woman, and then I'm a Christian.
I know.
So what I show out there needs to either uplift someone, assist someone, to be like, hey, if Becky can look like that, and she's a
But
Christian.
also, there's
Khaneni
also, what
mo.
is it? Body, what is it?
Shaming.
No.
Body positivity
Yeah,
things.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you got a body like Becky's, you're born positive.
Yeah, why not?
And the you're born positive. Yeah, but I'll leave that for other people to
Yeah.
do it. Like, just because I'm not showing it doesn't mean I don't have it.
Exactly. Sonia, do you face that pressure, like saying that, okay, I'm a wife, because you're very, very free.
I am.
Very,
I have to
very
give my
free.
husband credit.
Do you-
He lets me be. please, he let me.
And he
He
really
just looks
does.
at you and goes,
No, our whole policy is we just don't really venture into each other's pages unless it's like a red flag. And like he's being sent screenshots and I'm being, and you know me, I might put it on my post and be like,
like, look at this.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
but like pressure to post a certain type of thing.
Taking into account you're a married woman and also this brand you're building.
To be honest, I mean, like for me, everything I post is who I am. Like when you meet me, like it's an extension of myself. So, as I said there, my husband gives me the liberty to do that. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have the kind of confidence to post myself in something racy, but I will definitely post myself when I feel like I'm looking
Can you
good.
say that again? You don't have what?
The confidence, racy. Let's be honest, I don't have you will never find my any inappropriate part online. Yeah, I don't
No,
dance
we're not
on
talking
Instagram.
about nudes.
Or even that, but
Yeah.
even racy. I
No,
try
racy.
to post, you know, cute.
What's racy?
Like for me, you would never see me like in lingerie online.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One, my husband would say, you know,
and bikinis are same WhatsApp group.
my husband's policy is you
Yes,
can post a
guys, we'll
bikini
be
if
covering
you're on
for
the
the-
beach.
but you know what happened?
No, but what
if
about
you're
the
on
poolside?
beach and
My
you're
husband
by the
says,
pool.
yeah, my
pool.
husband says if it's by the poolside, it's okay.
It's okay.
But I couldn't
The
even if I
change
wanted
is just
to.
Really? Why?
No, but that's what we're wearing at the beach.
The first time
It's
I went
location,
for
location,
holiday,
location.
The first time I went on a holiday with my husband after we got married, I took some pictures of the bikini and all that, and it was a bit, you know.
Was there a kimono on it? Like,
No
maybe
kimono. I
I
was
a
like
kimono.
in a bikini.
Okay, girl.
And I was like, "Ish, I can't post this. I mean, my in-laws and all of that." Next thing I see, he's the one who posted it.
Oh, nice.
And that made
That's
me
nice.
think,
That's
oh, okay, so
nice.
he's okay with me posting maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
So long
It's
as
also
a
about the
nice
setting.
bikini,
If it's
okay.
genuine,
It wasn't.
like-
Wow.
Those are the new ones. that are
those
coming
bitches
out.
that are just screaming, "Come hither."
Yeah.
Those
Can't
ones
see that.
we're
Thirst-
anti.
thirst-
No. Yeah, we're not thirst trapping. No.
No, but as a married woman, will you be thirst trapping or you just?
That's the
They
thing.
just
That's
when you
why
know
we-
you've posted something that's a little
No, but guys,
Looking for attention.
From who?
from whoever wants to give it.
I want attention from whoever. But sometimes it's good, guys. It's good when you post something and you get, it's not negative feedback or it's not negative
Yeah.
attention.
But remember-
you know, sometimes it's just like when you walk and people are like, "Oh, it feels good." So maybe
Yes, it does.
But that's
way.
also why we post, if we're honest. Like, you're not
That's the
posting.
truth. That's the
It's like
truth.
you're not
posting for no one to
say,
see it,
"Oh,
right?"
let me just
Yeah.
post this. I think it looks nice." You're analyzing and critiquing that
thinking,
picture, and you're
yeah.
saying, "Okay."
But I
these
always
angles,
have a
then
thing
this.
about posting stuff like that, bikini, lingerie, like
I think they're in the same WhatsApp group.
definitely because
We think it's about where you are. If
It's
you're at the
about-
beach,
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's about
you are
the
on location.
Can I
It's the
explain
same
why?
one.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing. Because a bra and a panty
Yeah.
and a bikini top and a bikini bottom, it's the same thing. It's just the material that's different. The
Yeah.
bikini is a bit more thick.
Yeah.
The lingerie is lace or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the
but
same. Or
lingerie is
cotton.
undergarment, hey?
Yeah.
Bikini is flaunt.
Let's go out.
Guys, we're just playing around with semantics right now. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's the same thing. Because if I'm sitting on my bed in my,
Bra
you know,
and-
cute bra and my little
But it's
panty
got
in
lace.
No, but there's no lace. So you guys can keep defending it. It's
Like,
the same
they
thing.
really
No, I
just want to
understand,
defend it.
I understand.
But my point on that is, if you're going to post pictures like that, visa my likes, visa my comments.
Why?
Because what's the point of posting something so hot and then you get 300 likes?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But for me, well, for some of us, in Inyangu social media, I haven't used my social media for business, or for. I use it just for. I think
Because it's
literally for
it's show
lifestyle.
and tell. It's
Though
show
it-
and
though-
tell.
though
Yeah.
it shows my work side more. I moved that to let it be more about work than my
Than
personal,
anything else.
So I actually don't have my kids.
That
and my
was the
husband's
mistake I
pictures.
made.
And then now it's like work, or what I'm doing with the girls, or like very out. Like, I don't
So
want,
if there's nothing
once
happening in your life?
while, then I'll post if I'm spending time with my family. maybe
Yeah,
something like
okay.
that. So when I post, sometimes I'm not even looking at
At
how
the
many
numbers.
likes I get. I'm not
Okay.
looking at
No,
numbers.
but
I'm
people
just
who
enjoying
post
the
stuff
app.
like that
Yeah,
are
they
looking
are
for the
people
numbers.
who
Yeah,
yeah. I've
true.
seen some photographers who post those. Munantopinda studio. I told need the mind ukuthi ngikuthi nude shoot changu paint my body, right? And obviously it's artistic, it's creative, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let it balance.
I know.
Like, unless if I'm just doing it for fun, then I'm meant to
there's some women
do it
who
for
like-
fun. But if I'm to
like-
post something like that, trust me, I will cry if I don't get more than 2,000 in
Yeah,
no chema.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if I think it's just about the likes. Like, to be honest, like I really try. I had kids back to back, right? So I really put a lot of effort into gymming and dieting and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, to be honest, when I post, I'm saying with my whole chest, I look good. I'm
Yeah.
working on it. I'm a mom of 2. My kids are back
Yeah.
to back, and I want to
so
show.
your motive is on the positive side. So even if you get 50 likes, you're not bothered.
Yeah, it's not just about the
those,
likes.
yeah.
Sometimes people would just want to say I look good, and I'm good looking, and that's what I've got
Exactly.
going on.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
girl, tell me.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
to be honest.
I actually used to
Because
post.
there was a time when we weren't, there was a time,
Yeah,
people
there's
who
a
followed me
time
from
when-
the beginning. I had acne, I had crazy hair. There was a time when it was
Sonia,
not
you've
doing.
always been pretty.
Thank you, but there was a time when it wasn't.
Or maybe you didn't.
It wasn't the
feel-
pretty.
I was underdressed. You know what I mean?
I was saying there's a time when I used to post my family like a lot. When I got married, the white wedding, I posted.
beautiful.
Then I started seeing, I started seeing that people are following me for the wrong reason. So what I did, I was
yeah.
bored. It was during COVID. I was like, asked, that ridiculous game that asked me a question. For some it makes sense.
I've never done
For
that.
some it makes sense, but not when I shouldn't have asked that question. But I had time. Yeah, I had time.
The question,
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, ask me whatever you want, basically. Oh Lord.
I remember
Yo,
that.
I was like, oh my
They're
god.
chiming in. Why is it chiming in?
And I had energy to reply.
Yeah, to reply.
And I genuinely was like, okay, the questions that I was getting, and I was just like, well, people are rude, and you follow me for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, okay, so all of you that are following me to check on whatever situation you're trying to, and to compare and do whatever, please unfollow me now. You're not going to get what you want. From that day, I deleted all of my pictures, all of my
Family
all of my family pictures, all of the pictures of my kids. I think only, was it last year, I then posted my youngest. I was just like, But after then seeing that people actually follow me for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, so like if you think about it, I feel like 30,000 followers. I don't know 30,000 people. And obviously in that 30,000, I know the bulk of my following came after all the dramas I've had, right? So I know a lot of those people who just wanted to see the destruction, the downfall, and all of that. But when you take time to really think about it, as an adult, people who've got time for that are people who in their own personal lives aren't happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you should actually just feel sorry for them to say, oh, shame.
Yeah.
Instead of being like aggressive and attacking. That's why you can't make me be angry at anything you post. Because I actually say to myself, where
I
is
have
this coming
anxiety.
from?
Social media gives me anxiety.
Really?
Big
No, for me, I've got
compared.
time. I've got time.
Serious, for
to
me,
go
for
there
the-
with you.
I remember when social media started and everything, I think there was pressure, with ZFM then, and everyone was posting and they're growing their,
Growing
social
their social
media
media,
pages and all of that. For me, I was so scared. The anxiety of just someone having a say about my life. This person I'm singazi, I don't know them. I was like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So for me, maybe that's why
And for people who
Just
don't
thought.
know you, comments from someone who sounds like they know you become so believable.
Yes,
Ah,
for
Samantha,
Yeah.
And
And
then I have worked so hard.
and then you're like,
And,
what? And they can
for my
mention one
marriage.
piece. They can mention one true aspect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the rest will be lies. But because they mentioned
That
one
one
true
we
thing,
fixate on that,
everybody
yeah.
is believing
Yeah.
them.
Let me give you a personal example, guys. So when, me and Bay had that really big issue, like a couple of years ago, right?
COVID.
Yeah.
Guys, COVID was a lot.
Do you know, after 2 months, I was like, we are still together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What I realized was, so like, I remember, my marriage was put under such a big spotlight. Like, everyone was like, they're broken up. I had like people come up to me like to my face.
Oh, God.
Which, to be honest, I'm someone who it's not anything to be disrespected. Or
Whoa.
I was like, I like people who are confrontational, and I like people who are to the point. And what that did for me was it sent hordes of people my way who were now telling me about their marital issues. Where I was actually
yeah.
So here you are busy watching, but you got your own.
but that's people
watching
do
to
that
make them
because in
feel
their minds they
better.
don't. If I tell you the number of women who call me on my Instagram to be like, I have no one else to tell this issue, Sonia. This is what I'm going through. I don't know what to do.
and you help them.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge. And to be honest, if you come at me with marriage, I tell you my pie philosophy. I have my pie. If there's slices, and I tell yourself, you know what, this marriage thing can't constitute more than 35%. You must be a friend, a sister, entrepreneur, God-fearing woman. Have your slices, some cross, but some should be clearly separate. So when I tell you, when people comment at you sometimes, you should actually feel sorry for them. Because it takes a lot for an adult to write a message to someone. Not even, it starts with making an account in the email, or maybe you have to make another email because sometimes it syncs my account.
It takes you're like creating a whole email. So you can create an account
so that you can message just me. Just message me. Someone
a lot of work.
Don't know.
That's a lot of work.
It actually screams trauma.
For me, Sonia,
It's
how
real
do you
trauma.
handle the people who are around you? Let's, like, even for you, Becky, like, there's people you don't know on social media.
Yeah.
Then there's the people who are around you. I'm talking in-laws, I'm talking friends, family, extended family.
Yeah.
They always have something to say. And for me, I think the number one reason also why social media gets me really anxious is because I don't want to hurt the people who are around me. Like like I post a picture and then my mom or my sister sees someone saying crap about me, or I post a picture with my family and someone starts saying bad things about my husband or about my kids. How do you handle all of that? But in this case, like, just in a way of protecting the people around you, but also minding how they're going to. In-laws, guys, like, you post a picture and then someone's like, I'm because I'm going to social media. Something like that. There are people who are
But
like
do you know
that.
what I would say? For me, and this is just my policy even with my WhatsApp, most of my husband's relatives can't see my status. So my whole thing is, if you're now seeing what I'm posting, you're seeing it on Instagram or TikTok. And if you find something in the public domain, it's your own business. I try to respect you by shielding the content you are exposed to. But if you're going above and beyond your way to see that other content, it's now not my problem. It's actually a you problem.
Sonia. I like that.
No, but
thank you.
protecting you. Yeah, and then, like, 'cause, you know, and let me give a clean example. I train in gym gear, which sometimes is quite tight and all that. And my father-in-law can't see that. You know what I mean? But now, you're squatting, you're doing all of these things. And so if he's now sending me that content which you're getting from, I can actually be like, you know, babe, that's actually out of my realm of control now. You know, but in WhatsApp, I try be mindful of what I post there where I know my family are. And I was really lucky that my parents are, like, really supportive. So when I was going through this, if you can imagine, no one in my family had been, like, through any of the stuff I was going through. And you do feel bad because, you know, my parents are very corporate. You know, and, you know, my daddy is even, like, a professor at university, so he has, like, these kids who are right on social media being like, I'm done right there, you know what I mean? It's all not all negative.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But that's with social media.
As you were talking, all I could think of was that
Video clip.
That drama that happened, and I'm just thinking, so your dad's students were like, "Kom dada."
Relatives, but I also, like, when I say my family, because the people who know you should be the only people you care about. My tete called me laughing. Laughing. People started telling me they also like, people have stories out there. Sometimes in your mind, when it comes to anxiety, you'll be thinking, oh my God, I'm the Goliath and this whole epicenter of this. People have worse skeletons out there. Worse. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you doubt yourself or think you're the worst or the first person to have done it. Never. I take it from me. I had men telling me stories about their marriages. Because now it was okay to tell me because everyone was like, I know, you know what I mean? So now I have people coming to me being like, this is a safe place. You know? So I think with social media do have mental maturity. Don't do it until you're ready. And that's something actually my husband used to tell me, don't do it until you're ready. Because it comes at you from all angles, as harsh as it wants, as soft as it wants. And be willing to really take time to think with yourself and go through the emotions and the thoughts. And understand, if this person is really gunning for me, there's obviously a
and they'll
motive.
be gunning. And they'll be gunning. Yeah. On my end, it was okay. I'm not as crazy.
But we need people like me.
Yes, we do. Oh no, trust me, girl. Like, We are here for it. We are here for it. So I don't get scared when I post certain things. I do worry about my dressing sometimes because there's Becky and then there's Mukadzi Waningi or Mzimai Waningi or my Ningi, right?
Yeah.
What I post on my WhatsApp will be business, will be family, fun stuff, right? And then comes the social media aspect of things like the external social media, like another Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Twitter, a little bit, Twitter somehow restrains you on what to post because they can come for you.
Yeah.
Right? They can come for you.
And
So
then
my in-laws are
140
not really on like Instagram like that. They might be on Facebook or they might watch my WhatsApp. But the one who posts me more on WhatsApp is my husband. I'll get people who meet me and be like, do you make a Murise? Your husband is always posting you, and I'm like, okay, right? So protecting them from what the people say, I really can't protect them. I can, however, then if I feel like what I'm posting is going to cause noise, maybe if I post my whole family, because there's certain parts of my family that I post, then there's parts that I do not post.
Okay.
If I choose one day to post my whole family, as it is, the whole blendedness of the family, trust me, it will be a fun day on social media.
Really?
Yes.
We should have a topic on blended families.
Yeah, it will be.
We'll need some more wine.
It would be a fun day on social media because things have been said about me under speculation, and then there's people who know the truth. Just like what you said, your tete will call and be laughing. I've got friends who be like, I don't comment here, I don't pay. We laugh at those comments, and I always break down the comments like this. What are they saying? Okay. What they're saying, is it true or it's not true? Okay, it's true. Can I fix it? No. Can I fix it? Yes. Okay, so am I going to fix it? Nah, I don't really care. So I really grade the comment. If I don't like it and I don't like seeing it, I just delete. Swipe, delete. Wow. And Instagram has helped us to control that. If you don't want to see comments, remove the comment
Exactly. And if you just want to just post a picture for the posting of it, you can actually filter out the comments.
Yes, you can filter it.
But you know what I would say, and this is kind of riding on the example I gave before. When you guys are talking about your blended families, it's like such a normal thing.
Now.
I guess,
It depends which society you are coming from or which environment you're in.
For me, I actually don't even understand what drama people would really want to make of it. You know what I mean?
The worst part, I'm just going to slide it in. The worst part about blended families is that the kids are so amazing. It's us, the adults.
Yeah.
It's us.
It's when
the adults
adults
who have
fail
issues.
to be adults.
Yes.
When adults are being selfish.
Not all adults, but.
And that's I just need it.
Thank you.
But the kids are amazing, beautiful.
But remember, that's also perception, and that's also so like what you see out there. For me, not delving too much into the topic, but like the person that put blended families on the map for me was Jada Pinkett, guys.
Oh yeah, crazy as that sounds.
Even Alicia Keys, she also did something like that.
But she
but
still
hers was a bit-
also had
But
drama.
that is
Drama.
probably a very common example.
Yeah, true.
So for me, I look at the basis of a situation and say, but what about this is really taboo? It's happening everywhere anyway. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Sometimes in your mind, the issue is bigger than what it really is. It's in your own mind that you think, so many people you sit down at the table, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to really be like,
As we said, that topic we will need more wine for.
oh, we'll be watching.
Yeah.
But just adding on the social media thing, Becky, did you ever, so she was talking about how like her parents knew about everything that was going on and how your friends would know about everything. But being a Murora and being someone as big as you are, you know, you're married and all of that, were there conversations you had?
Oh, no. They were just happy to have Becky K in their family.
Oh, well, damn.
They were happy.
Yeah.
They were, so my mom-in-law, because I lost my mom, so I literally adopted this woman.
Okay.
So she calls my husband Budi.
Okay.
So, so she'd be like, Budi, come back, Julia, what do you say? You know, and to hear her say that, it's like, oh wow, she has like,
Really
this
taken
is,
you in,
and then my sister-in-laws, every time when I'm at a function, they'll be like, oh, send a picture. What are you wearing? Where are you
nice.
going?
Nice.
And they just love to see the whole brand unfold, the whole aspect of Becky K unfold. They don't really complain because I'm working.
Exactly.
They know that if Becky is not on her phone, although we fight about the phone, if Becky is not working on her phone or if she can still butter something, then it means something either I'm in church, right? But if I'm not in church or I'm not sleeping, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm checking.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So they've accepted it because they know that this is her livelihood. This is what is keeping her and the brand alive. Yeah.
How have you managed to keep your kids away from social media? You just
Yes. How do you do that? I've got a teenager. Guys. I've got 2 teenagers.
I just tell them you're not yet ready for it. You will be on social media when I want you to be on social media. I didn't even start pages for them, nothing. They'll do it if they want, if they want to do it. I will post once in a while with my kids and I'll do it on stories.
yeah.
Like it will be there and then it's not
Expires,
there. And
exactly.
then it expires. My son hates the camera. My daughter loves the camera.
She gets it from her mom.
Yes, and she even imitates. She'll be like, hi, my name is Isabella and my mama is Becky K. So today, like she'll have all, and she's crying for a YouTube channel and I'm like, hold on, baby. Just hold on a little bit. So once in a while, if they're on there, I put them there. And I'm controlling what is going out there. I know some people thrive. Okay, their pages thrive because they post their kids and people love to see that. When I post my kids, guys, the followers, the likes, they just want to know what is going on in. But what is it that you want to know? What is it that you want to know? So those who really want to know about the whole blended family aspect of things, they will come to my DM. Hey, Becky, I saw you posted 1, 2, 3. Please help me. I'm going through this. Then I can assist you. A picture, and then now you want to be like,
Exactly.
Saka. And then, no.
That's stalker behavior.
Yes.
Actually, that's like
And
taking
we
it
need
a
to
bit
label
far.
it that. I think
That's
people
actually
need to know if you are just following someone you don't like, you are a stalker.
Yeah.
I think we should say that.
Put it up. Yes.
Let's say that clearly.
If you're following someone you don't like,
you are a stalker.
Do you know the one thing, guys? The one thing that annoys me.
That's actually true.
Do you know
You're a
the one thing
stalker.
that annoys me?
Yeah.
On my status, there are people who will mute. Oh, I don't know what they do, and they can view your status, but you can't see that they
on WhatsApp.
That's wrong.
That's me.
Who does that?
I do that on WhatsApp.
I can't.
I don't want you to know when I'm crying.
No.
Wait,
What I'm
say
saying
that again?
Okay, so I post something and then someone sees it but doesn't want me to know that they've seen it. For me, like,
Take
so
off your
why-
read receipts on
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
that's me.
I
Do you know
don't
why?
do
Do you know why
that.
I did that? I just think it's pressure. I don't want to know when you've read my message because it would bother me when people wouldn't reply on time. And back then when I used to care, but now I just don't. I don't bother to
And then
remove
there's
it.
really, and then there's people who don't like. They don't like you, but they'd be the first one to watch you there on your status.
Yeah.
I blocked them. I've blocked them.
No, I've blocked
and
a
those
couple
who
of
I know,
people.
they've muted or they've
But you see,
done
yeah,
but they
double
just
things.
create a ghost.
But you
baby.
see why, Sam,
just create a
for me,
ghost.
I don't care who's seen my status. I just know that I'll select maybe 30 people who I want to see my status. But that whole thing of
WhatsApp.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Me, if I know you don't like me and we don't together, fuck you.
yeah.
I don't want you seeing my stuff. I don't want to see your stuff. We don't see each other.
I will create accounts.
Yeah, you can create a ghost.
Yeah,
Then
just
you
ghost it,
know.
baby.
Then it's up to you. You know what you
But it's
are
also
doing.
part of like a
And it's
mental
about
illness,
you.
eh?
It's not about
It is. It's a mental. No, it
It's
is.
a mental issue.
No, it's a
Yeah,
mental issue. It's a mental.
For me, no, I'm not following anyone I don't like.
And people
not
do it. It's
watching them.
really weird.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
ladies,
like,
let's,
oh, yeah, we're done.
let's cheers
Yes.
to what did you say about the stalker? Say that again.
Oh yes,
No, if you don't like me and you're following me,
You
you're a
have to get
stalker.
your glass.
You're a stalker. To stalkers.
What?
To stalkers.
If you what? Say what
Say,
you
if
say.
you actually don't like me but you follow me,
you're
you're
a stalker.
Cheers to the stalkers.
Cheers to the stalkers. I can't
Cheers to
believe
the stalkers.
we're toasting to stalkers. Cheers.
Everyone is just so cool. Everyone is so honest, and it's such a safe place. And if you get the chance to come to Pink Diaries, definitely come. You don't feel, you don't feel like anything you're saying is being shunned upon or anything. There's just a really positive vibe here. So today we were discussing social media, and I actually feel like it was such a short take. There's so much more we need to discuss about social media. I'm really about using social media to positively influence people's lives, people's businesses. Everybody knows I love pushing small businesses. I love meeting people on social media. And I think shows like this should highlight all the other aspects of social media, which we should all be using.
Women go through a lot of things, similar situations, and we deal with them differently. I learned how to somewhat express myself a little bit more as I listened to the other ladies talk. And one thing that I'm going to take away from this, if you were following me and you don't like me, you're a stalker. But it's okay. I can't blame you.
So when I'm not on Instagram, I'm taking care of my husband's children. I have my 2 kids. I'm busy being a mom. I'm busy being a wife. I'm busy being a friend and a sister. To all the women who follow Pink Diaries and myself in this Women's Month, I think it's so important, women, to have our own narrative and to support other women who help our issues. Today was a really lovely chat. A lot of the women highlighted their own personal issues, and I think we need women talking about our own issues, and women, our generation, talking about our issues. So to anyone who follows me, definitely follow Pink Diaries, guys. Stay tuned. There are going to be so many more episodes that are of use and value to you.
Guys, I believe there's a new breed of women that are coming up. There's a new breed of women that are rising up. God is doing amazing things in the lives of women who just want to come together and help each other and are not focusing on pulling each other down. Now, if you're a woman who's not going to pave the way for another woman to excel or to go forward, I need you to rethink this Women's Month. I need you to rethink, what part are you playing in another woman's life? Are you out to get them, or are you going to help them? This is the message that I have for you. Let's unite together as women and change the narrative. Plenty times people have spoken about us as women. They've told us how to feel, how to think, and we just follow suit. So let us be the new breed of women that are rising up, women that can work together for a better tomorrow. The kids are watching, guys. Come on, let's do better.